the musical introduction's over, we can concentrate on the football match. But plenty of partisan support for the Portuguese. And the two captains, Steve Staunton and Vitor Baia, the Portuguese goalkeeper, who of course was deceived by Steve Staunton's cross at Dublin. Interesting that they should meet again on the halfway line and shake hands. But the FAI has credited Staunton with that goal, despite the fact that it was clearly deflected off the Portuguese goalkeeper and in. And now they meet. There he is, Vitor Baia, the Portuguese goalkeeper. Secretario, a new name from the Dublin game, though he actually came on as a substitute. Paulo Sousa of Juventus. João Pinto of Benfica. Domingos, the top scorer. Rui Costa of Fiorentina. And the coach is Antonio Oliveira. And that's the Portuguese lineup. And now the Irish team, you'll be well familiar with it. The two full-backs and then the two central defenders. Wearing 6 tonight, Jason McAteer. Mark Kennedy in number 7 shirt, as Steve Staunton wears 11. Niall Quinn leading the line. John Aldridge needing just 1 goal to equal the record set by Frank Stapleton, 20 goals for Ireland. And the manager, Jack Charlton, is the figure leaving the pitch with the tracksuits. Referee from Italy, Piero Ceccarini. And those are the substitutes: Tony Cascarino, Ray Houghton, Alan McLaughlin and Alan Kernahan, the outfield men. And an Irish bench seeking second qualification for the European Championship finals. And this is where it all began back in 1987. Now, the venue was Sofia, the scorer was Gary Mackay, and it was Bulgaria 0, Scotland 1, and Ireland were on their way to Euro '88. Well, now he wants to do it himself without favours, and a victory here will mean just that. And he really is wound up for this, and so are the team. But it's Portugal who will kick off, playing from right to left in red and green. Signor Ceccarini confirms with all and sundry that we're in readiness for the start. And this final European Championship qualifier in Group 6 is on. Domingos, who started it all in motion. Now it's Paulo Sousa, the Juventus player. And then back with Fernando Couto, who returns to this side after suspension. 10 is Rui Costa, Fernando Couto, and then Oceano. Figo. Sousa, we've seen him already a couple of times this season for Juventus. Secretario operating as the right wing-back. Still Secretario. McGrath out of the middle. The surface will be very treacherous. The rain is sheeting in. And the corner in the dying seconds of the first half to be taken by João Pinto. So, Kelly with the challenge. And here's the corner. And that was McGrath's head. Oceano, Quinn, oh, Staunton. Oh, that was hot in the mouth time, all right. Elder. So now, into stoppage time. And the man in the cap must be happy with the way things have gone through the first period. Making great noise, those fans, forcing the whistling, the cat calls for the Portuguese. Oceano caught Aldridge on the back of the head. Secretario for Paulinho Santos. Domingos. Figo. Kelly back to assist. Figo back for Rui Costa. There's Rui Costa once more. McGrath yet again, the intercepting player. He reads it so well. That's the end of the half. Yes, it's gone all right so far. 45 minutes down, and in the Stadium of Lights in Lisbon, it's Portugal 0, Ireland 0, and Ger Canning is with the injured captain Andy Townsend.
Absolutely, George. Andy, a good workmanlike performance in that first half.
Well, absolutely. We've done exactly what we intended to do. You know, there's no point, as I said before the game, in giving anything away early on. We've been very solid, and they're getting a bit frustrated. And you never know, second half we might have a few chances ourselves.
Now the goalkeeper's really had a save to make.
Exactly, no, they've had a lot of possession. We're letting them have a lot of possession on the halfway line. But on the same token, we're pretty comfortable.
Andy, we'll let you get into the team talk. Thanks for talking to us. George.
Yes, half-time it is there. Portugal 0, Ireland 0, exactly as the script might have dictated. Bill, it's all yours.
Well, we take it back with pleasure because everything is going according to plan. We're going to take a commercial break. Back then with our panel discussion.
It's a spinning, looping archer all the way! Must be! Oh no, he's fumbled it!
So what happens when someone phones?
They'll hear your voice.
Even if you're not there?
Of course. And then they can leave a message.
So, even if you're not there, they can still talk to you? Like an answering machine?
No, there's no machine.
So what does it look like?
It's invisible.
That's amazing.
It's call answering.
Call answering from Telecom Éireann records your calls even when you're not there.
This is the Australian Institute of Sport. Everything here is dedicated to the development of world-class athletes, even their diet. So together with Kellogg's, they created Sustain, the first cereal designed to help meet athletes' nutritional needs as part of a balanced diet. Delicious multigrain flakes, sultanas, apple and almonds. Sustain, designed for an athlete's body, good for everybody. New Kellogg's Sustain.
So you don't do this with your mates, but when you're with your girlfriend, you think, it might be a nice thing to take her to the ballet. So I thought I'd get a couple of tickets and go. I mean, I have stood in rough bars in Leicester and in Belfast, and I have never met people who were more rude and more inconsiderate than an audience. Seeing Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake, they didn't even want a pint. I just want a drink. I'm standing, excuse me, I'll have a pint of her, and there's no chance. It was unbelievable.
Lifestyle Sports. Got it.
Oh, amazing! Let's see that again!
So, scoreless in Lisbon, Northern Ireland, 2-up at half-time in Windsor Park. It's looking pretty good so far, John, isn't it?
Well, very good. I think if we concentrate on our own performance in Portugal, it's excellent. Despite what's happening at the Windsor Park, that's a real bonus for us. But I think the Irish team have defended brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. It's a first-class performance in how to defend.
Right. Has it been as you expected?
Exactly, but it's not only just been, when you think about defending, it's the whole team have defended so well. You know, as you say, particularly the back four and the two centre-backs. But the amount of work that's been put in by the players in front of them, Niall Quinn coming back into the hole as well, it's been unbelievable. I just hope that the second half they don't run out of steam because they've put so much work into that first half.
Is that a real
I think the most disappointing thing in actual fact that the half-time whistle's gone, the Irish team's going into the dressing room, they'll hear that Northern Ireland are winning 2-0 and they'll think they've done their job. When
that's a real danger, you think,
I think it is, yes. They've got another 45 minutes to go out and do exactly what they've done in the first half.
I don't think they will, Paddy.
I hope not, but they might think, well, the job's done. I
think Jack will want to get his own performance right, and I think quite rightly.
But they will have taken a great deal of hope, I suspect, from that first half, won't they?
Well, it's a great confidence boost. If you hear the result that's going your way, it's terrific. I think it'll encourage the players to work even harder.
All right, we spoke about Quinn. Talk us through the Quinn.
Well, I think he's done tremendously well, Niall. I mean, he's defended well at the back, and he's been capable at times of getting forward. And we'll see it in this
very early on.
it's a good semi-clearance by Gary Kelly, but Niles made it a very good ball. He's knocked it across. It always disappoints me a little bit forward sometimes. Should they come to the near post or run down the middle of the penalty spot? I think they should always in at the near post. And I think maybe if John Aldridge had just gone to the near post a little bit earlier, if we'll see it here, if he'd just got in at the near post, I think he'd have got there in front of the goalkeeper.
He should have done better, you mean?
Possibly, yes, but that's not been critical of him because he's had to work very hard up there.
It sounds like being critical to me.
It does.
I think with that incident, Paddy, I don't think he could make. I don't think he really could make up the ground. I think.
Do you think he's 35 years of age?
No, not his age. I think just Niall had to cross it fairly early, and I think John could actually make up the ground. So I think he was hoping then he would.
Okay, well, let's concentrate on the positive side, which effectively you said is the defending. Let's look at an example actually of Ireland defending and talk us through it, John. And what was so significant about that?
Well, again, if you got everybody doing their job, which is hard work. Here we got Dennis not letting the Portuguese player turn. He's just backing up, not going past him. That was the main thing. Then it goes back, and you've got Kennedy coming into the play, also not letting him go past. And you see, you've got always in front of you, green shirts lining across the box, but nobody selling himself. There's big Niall Quinn coming out. So eventually you finish up with things like that. The players, that is frustration. When people talk about the opposition getting frustrated, that's what you do. You don't give them any clear openings, and they actually start hitting shots like that and hitting passes that are not quite on. And that's only because the players are working so hard, allowing them nothing, and keeping the central defenders in the right position. Paul McGrath and Bab have hardly had to leave the middle of the pitch, mainly because the lads in front of them track down all the time.
That's really hard work, isn't it, Kevin?
It's unbelievable hard work. It really is, because you always say that it's so much easier to play when you've got the ball. The hard work really starts when you haven't got it, and you've got to chase and chase and chase and run after the ball. And honestly, in the first half, the amount of work, and take into consideration as well that the pitch is very heavy because of all the rain. It's a magnificent performance. Let's hope we can continue.
Sorry, Paddy, yeah.
So I'm just thinking that the thing about it, which I think the players that are doing all that running about without the ball, a little bit of pleasure they would get out of that is the crowd are getting frustrated with the Portuguese team and giving them a little bit of stick. So the lads in the Irish team will be thinking, well, we're doing our job well, which will keep them going.
Yeah, exactly. There was only one example, Kevin, wasn't there, of Portugal getting to the end line in that first half?
That's right, yeah. I think, as John was saying earlier, everything has been made sure that the ball is in front all the time. Here's the one incident, it got in behind. And when you do that, you're turned, and it's always more difficult to defend it. And we've fortunately just got a little bounce there for us that just took it away from the Portuguese player. But that's the only danger.
Of real danger, wasn't it?
That's the only moment of real danger that we've had in it. And all because we've never allowed them to get in behind us. It's exactly what Jack has always wanted us to do to the opposition. Get in behind them as much as possible to try and get the ball back. And as I said, the first half performance has been superb.
Very, very hard work. But I just like one down note there. I don't think Steve Staunton is fit. I think he was just involved in that little incident where they did get behind. Against Latvia, he was the best Irish player we had at getting tight in the opposition. And he's the only one who's not getting quite as tight as he can tonight. And I think he is.
He's watching the hamstring.
I think he's watching the hamstring, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jack substituted him at half-time. I certainly would have. I'd put Houghton on.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We're going to take a commercial break. Back then with a short discussion before we go back to Lisbon.
He likes it. She likes it. Latter Gold. Low fat like you've never tasted before. Roll out the taste, cut out the fat.
Only can
talking to me, huh? Go ahead. Make my day. It's you and me, Pilgrim.
It's a spinning, looping archer all the way! Must be! Oh, the keeper saved it!
Oh, amazing! Let's see that again.
Well, it's scoreless in Lisbon, but Northern Ireland are 2 up against Austria at Windsor Park. Let's watch those 2 goals.
So 10 Northern Ireland players inside the Austrian half as Worthington takes. Dowie tries to get in there. Lennon pushes it through. Here's Hughes. Jinxed his way. Oh, here's Dowie. O'Neill! Oh, yes! Michael O'Neill! It's his 3rd international goal tonight. His previous international goal had been 5.5 years ago in 1989. Ended the famine last month, and here he is. What a great finish. Bottom corner, keeper, no chance. O'Neill lays it inside. Here's Hughes. Looks for the 1-2. Dowie, down he goes. Penalty kick is given.
I don't think there's any doubt that the referee was going to give it. The Austrians at the moment are all at sea. They've got no answer at all to the Northern Ireland attacks.
So Ian Dowie to make it 2-0, and does.
Well, can Northern Ireland hold on to that 2-goal lead? Can we hold on to our draw? What do you think, John?
I think so, yeah. I thought they've worked very hard. I think the longer the game goes on, it sometimes gets much more frustrating for the opposition. And I think our lads will be prepared to work just as hard in the second half.
Certainly, you know, the commitment that's been shown in that first half, I honestly believe the crowd themselves, the Irish crowd out there as well, will certainly get behind the players to push themselves, especially coming into the last 10-15 minutes of the game.
Yeah, you're not going back on your kind of concerns about
I'm concerned, I'm not too concerned now because Northern Ireland are winning 2-0, so I'm quite confident that Northern Ireland are going to win the match. But just early on in the first half, there was a couple of great tackles by Paul McGrath that us 3 were sitting here thinking, magnificent.
All right, OK. Let's see what happens in the second half and what indeed happened in the dressing room at half-time. Let's go back to Ger Canning.
Andy, what did Jack have to say at half-time?
Well, he just said we've got to keep it going, keep your concentration, keep your shape, keep working at them like you have been. And as he said, the longer the game goes on, the more panicky they will become. Because one goal could settle this game, and if we get it, we're going to finish top of the group.
Was there any mention of the fact that Northern Ireland are winning 2-0? Could we cut loose, perhaps, if that scoreline stays as it is?
Well, I mean, theoretically we can, but it'd be marvellous to actually qualify tonight. But, you know, all Jack said was, let's worry about what we're doing here. Keep your concentration, keep your shape, keep working hard.
Thanks, Andy.
Right, we're all set for the second half, and of course the incentive is there. Jack has said keep your shape, keep your concentration, but the incentive must be there because they know if they score a goal here, they top the group and qualify on this night. Anyway, there's 45 minutes between then and now, and it ain't over till it's over.